Hey, Leo, let's go ahead and get started with your reading. Whoa, that card just flew out. Why? Is that a question you're asking yourself? Why? Let's find out. Number 31 could be of importance. Maybe the date, the 31st, could be of importance. We got 31, just opened it up. Motives, driving intention, the power of knowing the why. There is great power in understanding your motives right now. The Oracle asks you to be very clear about why you're asking this question, looking for this answer, behaving in this way, and most important, making this choice. Knowing your why is the key to fulfillment. When you are clear about it, your intention will then be a magnet for miracles. Motives define the nature of your experience. When you think about something, feel it, and then act on it. This invisible why is the life force energy within the seed, which brings it to life and holds the potential for growth. All right, so you never know why you engage in certain situations the way that you do, but I feel like you need to sit back and ask yourself, like, why is this bothering me? Or why is this happening in my life? What am I supposed to be learning about what is happening in my life? All right, Spirit, please show me Leo. What does Leo need to know? We got first card out, 4 of Wands. All right, celebrations, happiness, home life, Spirit. All right, what else do we have here? We got the Lover's card, but it showed up in the reverse. For some of you, this could be like, maybe you're thinking about a breakup. Maybe you're thinking about moving on, moving away from a home. Head and heart decision, okay? Spirit, please show me. What else do we have for Leo? We've got the 3 of Cups and the Knight of Cups. What else do we have? 5 of Pentacles, but it showed up kind of on its side, but mostly in the reverse. I like the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. What else do we have for Leo? All right, we've got the Knight of Swords also in the reverse. It's telling you not to rush in anything. Don't be too hasty about making a decision right now, Leo. Spirit, what else do we have for Leo? We've got the Sun card. There's your card. Happiness, success, a yes card to whatever questions you have not asked and I have not answered. 7 of Pentacles. Is it even worth putting any more time or energy into? And the outcome is 7 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles. Ooh, 9 of Cups is your overall energy. All right. 9 of Cups is all about your ultimate wish fulfillment. Okay. But it's also saying, don't be too proud and try not to sit on that high horse because you can get knocked off. Okay. Check your ego at the door is what I want to say, because I feel like for some of you, this is about finding out about a relationship, okay? If this is about a relationship, you could have found out a truth about this relationship. There could have been some type of gossip when it comes to maybe a third-party situation, okay? But it's almost like telling you to sit back. You don't really have all the answers just yet. For those of you that this is about a relationship, because I'm almost getting like there's gossip. There's gossip about something that you thought was like, if you thought you were, moving to the next phase of your relationship and that kind of shit, and then all of a sudden you had gotten some type of information. It's almost like you're at this standstill of like, what do I do now? I think you need to get more information. Because not all is as it seems. And I don't like the 3 of Cups with the 7 of Swords either in the same reading. Because this could be very well a liar, a cheater, a thief. If this is not about a relationship, which there's a lot of cups here. 9 of Cups, Knight of Cups, 3 of Cups. I mean, this could also be about work. There could have been something that you found out about. I don't know. I kind of feel like you're a little reserved about, making the next move. whether it's with a relationship, somebody you thought, you were moving to the next level with. Again, I kind of feel like you need to take a step back. I feel like not all is as it seems. And we have I almost said, I wanted to say Mercury, Venus and Mercury in retrograde, but it was, okay, Mercury is my ruling planet, so bear with me, okay? But it's almost like them retrograde, it could have brought something to the surface, and now it's like, okay, what do I need to do about this? And a lot of you guys are like weighing up your options. Should I, shouldn't I? Should I stay? Should I go? Should I work this out? I'm almost feeling like you kind of need to sit back, because I wouldn't do anything hastily. I think for a lot of you, your heart is running the show. And being that you're a Leo, you are ruled by the heart and you are showing up here. So it's almost like, just be mindful about what you're jumping into. Whether, again, if it's a relationship, just be mindful. Take things slow. Take things slow. Don't move too quickly in anything. If you just met somebody, don't move too quickly in anything, because you might not have all the information about this situation. And it's not necessarily only a love relationship, okay? It could be a new friend that you just met. I think you need to do, it's not that you need to do research on this person. Maybe for some of you, you should, look them up. I've seen so many relationships where, I watch a lot of 48 hours and that kind of shit. I love murder mysteries, and it's like they, didn't, they let their heart lead them. Okay. That's kind of what I'm seeing, but their intellect was telling them, their intuition was saying, hey, something's off about this situation. I almost feel like something's off about this situation. Because we do have the Lovers card in the reverse. So it's almost like, try not to be too desperate to be in love. Because I feel like happiness is right around the corner, but you almost need to do more research. I keep getting research. Maybe you need to do a background check on somebody. For some of you, it's like, you're not going to be left out in the cold if you actually do your research and pay attention to whatever red flags are showing themselves to you. Let me get some more on this. Spirit, please show me for Leo. Wow, Leo, it's time to release negativity. Maybe it's time for you to release, just anybody who's negative in your life, or your thoughts, because we could be, a lot of the time we think back on the past. And for some of you Leos, this is you being too hasty. Leo does rule the ego. So Leo tries to fulfill, wants to fill that cup of the ego. But is it really right for you? And again, this is where you get out of your head and into your heart. Releasing negative people, releasing negative thoughts, maybe it's time for you to sit back and ask yourself, why has people walked away from you? You're always looking at, as humans, we look at why we walk away from people, but we don't ever turn that mirror back on ourselves and go, well, why did this situation happen? What did I do to create the situation? And sometimes, we become too smug, because I also see the Nine of Cups as somebody who's very smug. But it's almost like, don't be too smug because you don't know what's behind that curtain. We are always the common denominator of all the rises and falls in our relationships. You know, I've walked away from certain people because it's like, you know, I told she was a friend, really good friend of mine. I love her to death. Still to this day, love her to death. And I had to really take a step back and actually look at the situation. And there was a lot of things that, like, I tried to speak up about, but it wasn't heard. Like certain things that I just don't align with me or who I am or how I walk in my life. And as much as I love this person, I had to walk away because it's just like I can't tolerate that kind of stuff. It just didn't make me feel good in my heart or my gut. And it just was mind-boggling to me. And so I, you know, it took me a while to tell her why I had to walk away, you know, and it was, you know, partly my fault because I should have been more verbal. I mean, I was, but and she knows what I do for a living. Like I'm a life coach. You know what I mean? Like my business is the footsteps to peace, not the footsteps to chaos and bullying and that kind of stuff. And I remember having to, you know, tell her is like, you know, how do you tell your friend that they're a bully? And it doesn't mean that I despise her or I want anything bad for her. It was like, but this doesn't go well with how I live my life. And therefore, I don't want to be guilty by association. And so that was something that I had to decide on my own. Like, okay, I have to walk away from this. And I'm not surprised that this is coming up because it is a Mercury-Venus retrograde. But I feel like that story is important for somebody out there. And so it's almost like, you know, you can either blame the person who's telling you like, hey, this doesn't go with who I am, or you can kind of sit back and go, wow, okay, well, what did I do to create this in my life? And most people are just going to get mad at you because you're not, you know, falling in line with whatever, you know, they're doing anymore. You're just like, you know, and you're actually taking a step back and saying, So they're going to get mad at you at first because you're setting a healthy boundary. But if they really thought about it, then they'd go, you know what? Actually, that person's right. Unless that's just something they don't want to change about themselves because they don't see it as a problem. Well, you know, don't spend time hating on the person who told you the truth. Because again, it goes back to releasing negativity. If it's you that's angry with somebody who, you know, has said like, hey, listen, I've chosen to go a different way because this doesn't work with me, then you need to sit back and ask yourself, why does that make me angry? And why am I still throwing hatred darts at this person when really they were just the ones who were ballsy enough to tell me that there was a problem in the first place? So I think with the Seven of Pentacles, it's almost like it's, and then you see the horse kind of taking a step back. It's almost like you need to take a step back and look at yourself. Take a look in the mirror. Because that goes in with the why. Why is this happening? Because it might not just have been with that person. It might be like that trickle down effect, right? Where, and then you start wondering like, why is everybody walking away from me? Or, you know, why do I keep attracting people who bring out the worst in me? You know, for me, I try to bring out the best in everybody. You know, when I'm around them, I want to be a benefit. I don't want to be somebody who's like, when I say something, you know, in public, like it humiliates you or makes you feel like shit, or you're just like, wow, oh my God, like, I can't believe they said that. You know what I mean? Like, the why is probably, you know, what lesson did I learn out of this? So I don't know, you know, because you think about the Scorpion and they have that stinger, and sometimes that stinger can be the detriment of yourself, not just the, you know, whatever you feel is a threat around you. Of course, that's what Scorpions use, but sometimes you can cut your nose off to spite your own face, because that stinger can hit you in the back of the head and then you're dead, right? So the end. So if you want to come out of cold with somebody, it's time for you to kind of rethink, reevaluate. That's what these Mercury retrogrades, you know, give us an opportunity of like rethinking, reevaluating, reiterating, redoing, resting, realizing, you know, anything you can in front of, because maybe you missed it. You know, sometimes we miss the message because we're so busy with the, you know, direct motion of these planets that, you know, we don't really get to learn the lesson until the retrogrades. And then we're like, oh, light bulb, duh. Like, that's why, you know? Crap, I could have done things differently. So then you can start strategizing about, you know, do you want this person back in your life? Do you want to try and make amends, or do you even want to apologize in some instances? Like, what are you learning out of all this? You know, what have you learned from all of these mistakes? Or, you know, I don't even think they're mistakes. I just feel like they're all lessons. I don't feel like we can make mistakes in life. But there are certain people that we can leave in the past that maybe we need to bring forward for our future, but we have to get over whatever ego investment we have towards this individual. You know, it's like my tattoo on my sleeve. It says, hug me, kiss me, love me, miss me. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to put up with negative or bad behavior. You can hug me, kiss me, tell me you love me. But if you keep fucking up and I've told you, please, like, don't do that, or cut it out, or I don't like that, and you don't listen, then you're going to end up missing me, and you're going to end up hitting me up later going, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that, or whatever. But you're never going to have the same seat at my table that you had before, you know, because yeah, I forgive you, but I forgive myself for undergoing this lesson. But also, like, you know, you're going to really truly have to redeem yourself before you come back into my life, you know? So, you know, I've got Jupiter in Leo. I totally get this energy. And so, yeah, you know, I want happiness. I want success. I want people who tell me the truth in my life. Not somebody who's candy coating shit for me, right? I like straightforward, direct communication where your ego can be checked at the door and you're giving me constructive criticism so I can work through that and not take offense to it. So somebody out there needed to hear this message. This might not pertain to everybody. This could be happening to you, or you could be the one doing this. Either way, it is something that needed to come to the forefront. We do have these retrogrades for a reason. And with all this Pisces energy, it's like all about letting go of the hurt, the pain, the negativity, the sadness, the thoughts, you know, the just whatever. Let it all go. Let go of the anger, you know, let go of the frustration, let go and let God, you know, and who are you to judge anyone else, you know? Forgiveness is everything, you know, otherwise, what do you have? So whatever that means for you, Leo, somebody out there needed to hear this message, but I feel like all in all, take that leap of faith. And I feel like you'll be really happy that you did. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave that there. Love you. Take care.